I have played Path of Exile 1 for like 15,000 hours. So I'm not new to this game. That's why I found so many issues connected with this game. First of all, default settings are terrible in Path of Exile 2. You actually need to find some guide. You need to ask someone how to correctly put your settings. I had no idea why I cannot identify my new item. I just drop an item on ground. It was some rope. I cannot use Scroll of Wisdom on this, but this restrictions is only in town. You can actually leave town and identify this item outside of the time. Maybe my hardware is not the best, but like loading screens for 1 minute, 30 seconds just to connect to next zone, just to go to the town, that's like some real issue with rendering. Actually, there was a lot of people who liked map design. For me, it's terrible. Like some small, narrow, poorly visible paths with hidden mandatory bosses or hidden zones that you actually can find only if you are like going from point to point. Like in this example, that was like you have to go there, but it's not clearly visible anywhere. Also, next point, those maps are really large. Like that may be a plus, but if you are finding some specific boss item, whatever you need, you are wasting like 15 minutes on one single map just to find it. I don't like this design. There should be like some indicator showing, okay, you need to go northwest, something like that, not completely random from corner to corner just to find anything. I like checkpoints generally. Okay, you found a checkpoint, you can fight a boss. If you die, then you are respawning at checkpoints, but they are poorly like places on maps. I have like several issues when I was actually fighting a boss and a checkpoint was after I kill a boss. Like in this example, I killed the rotten druid, and actually after killing this druid, I found checkpoint because there was like another path to the boss. Actually, I have no idea, and for me that's a real issue. You can't change weapon while you have some skill acquired. It should be like, okay, I can change weapon, I can do anything I want, but this skill is disabled. I cannot use like ice arrow while having a mace. I cannot use some attack skills with wand or something like that. But not like this that I want to change in the middle of fight. I want to change weapons and I can't because I have some skill or game acquired. And for me, that's a problem. It should be like only disable the skills because you change a weapon. Uh, items, for me, there is something like shop in this game that you can actually buy items. And problem is that best items while leveling are only sold by vendor. I changed my weapon like 5 times, and all of these 5 times were because I dropped gold, I changed gold. And you cannot like reacquire the rule again. That's not a big one, but problematic for me. Another big one is actually skills on warrior. Honestly, I hate this design. I almost finished Act 1. I was like maybe 14 level, and all the time I'm attacking with this yellow default mace strike. I acquired over 8, maybe almost 10 different skill games, with support games, with new games, and so on. And all of those are useless. Like for me, for a warrior, maybe some classes have a different approach here. For warrior, default attack is better than anything you can acquire while leveling. And that's why I have no point in using Mana Flask. Like, I finished almost entire Act 1 without using a Mana Flask a single time. As you can see, I even removed this from my inventory. I know that some other class may have different approach here, but for warrior, leveling guides is terrible. Of course, I have same issues as in POE1 sometimes. I literally cannot go back to town. I need to go and you cannot reload game, because if you reload game, you are still at the same point. Like, you need to manually go back to waypoint just to go back to town. And that wasn't like a single time. I have this almost maybe every second, every third time I was trying to go back to portal. I know that's early access and that may be fixed, but that was really annoying for me. Uh, Maybe my PC hardware is not best, but it's also not a weak. I think I have like average composition. But graphics in this game, I have some really strange problems with graphics. Like in this example, when I mouse over on some enemies, on allies, on items, that becomes blur. When I'm zooming in, it's okay, but outside of that, I'm just launch a game and I cannot play because everything looks terrible. Like here, example, I mouse overing over NPCs, over another players over this well, and actually my eyes are hurting. I cannot play normally because everything looks terrible. But that may be like my personal issue with my PC. Maybe like requirement for this game is way higher than I suppose it should be. Like in this zone, grass looks like it's not finished rendering, and it was for entire zone like this. And the last issue I have, but that's like only for me because I'm a Steam player and I could not pre-download the game for like till last hour, and because Steam does not allow you to pre-download game before release, and there was some issue with my Steam key. Somehow I got almost instantly Epic Game key when I do not have even an Epic Game account, but I could not get my Steam key. But I still think that this game will be great. Maybe it's not amazing today. For me, that was like a lot of personal issues I have with this launch, and it was not fun to play. I was forcing myself to play. I have no idea why it has so good rating on any website. Maybe because my PC, maybe because I'm seeing something that other people can see because I played for a lot in Path of Exile 1. But I know it will be fixed. I know that with every leak, some new content will be added, some bugs will be fixed, and I will still be playing this game. I'm looking forward for second act, and let's see how it will go later.